It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the... The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week: 22 carries, 101 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run with ETN and trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll start on the ground with Harris. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 18 carries, 75 yards.
Well, partner, we've watched as they've reached 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for your offense week in and week out is a big part of why they've been unbeatable as of late.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They're going to look to throw, and that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll go again with Etienne. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Jaguars at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Newton. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Jaguars. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Harris running straight ahead. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. There he goes right side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Newton steps away to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. On 1st and 10, Newton. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we know all about the importance of this ball game. Sure, we're still just in the middle part of the season, but this one you feel could have ramifications down the line.
Right now you're looking at these two teams as being the number 1 and 2 seeds in the NFC, and I know it's a little early to start worrying about seeding and such. But let's face it, if these two meet again, the winner of this game could be the one hosting that game that they play down the road.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, look at the juke. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. ETN once more. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now it's Newton. Screen play. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They hand this off to Harris. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And the Steelers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Got his target, Samuel. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. On the give, this is Harris. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Second and 9 now. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Washington. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Newton. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Oswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now out come the Steelers. And Charles, still a long way to go in the season, we know that. But as it stands, these are your top 2 seeds in the AFC. So I ask you, is this a potential AFC championship preview?
Brandon, I need you to get me a fence and a saddle because I'm about to ride that bad boy because I think there's so many good teams in the AFC. Maybe we could look at like 3 games a weekend and say, this could be an AFC championship preview.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll set up a throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton able to find Higgins. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. To throw is Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Again, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have 1st half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth 1st half that we've seen. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. On third down, here's Harris. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here's Presley Harvin now. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. He'll get that underneath ETN. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Newton. Flushed out right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. On the move to his left. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. And one more time, here's Kirk. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds Pickens over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On first down, it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The line line of scrimmage. Once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. This is Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Newton on 1st down. And that one complete once again to Higgins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They fake the give. Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. From the 16, Newton firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Newton throwing again. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it. for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
T. Higgins out on offense for the rest of his teammates for this next drive.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton. This pass complete to Higgins. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Newton eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Newton's throw caught by Higgins.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line. There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st down, Newton. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Yeah, he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out, and we're going to get a review of that last play. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they do.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They're going to look to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's to Freiermuth.
And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. They run for it with Harris. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now Newton.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Cam to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now a first throw here in overtime. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Newton on 1st down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That'll put him at 190 receiving yards now. He's putting on a show. He also has a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Here's Newton. That's taken in by Higgins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Throwing again is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Off play action, Newton. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? What, we're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Jags, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing.